We are live on Dungeon Mechanics. Welcome to our Halloween special. We don't look like ourselves normally do. Or do we? Maybe the rest is us cosplaying, and this is our real forms. But before we get started, let's do a slight recap, because last episode would be a lot easier than recapping the episode before that. So, our heroes were escaping on a unicorn dually driven carriage where they encountered... No, Pegasus.
I was about to say,
Unicorns can't fly. Or can they? Pegasus, dual Pegasus, flown carriage. And a lot of things happened in a very short period of time. Leia and Caden had a conversation about some things, clearing up the air, making sure everybody knew what we were tracking, what was happening, that kind of thing. Afterwards, Leia decided to go get a few winks of sleep, and she walked in on someone's room, noticing after she dropped all of her stuff and made a horrendous racket of just metal clanging everywhere. She picked it up, left, act like she wasn't there, and then went across the room, and to her delight, it was empty, and she went to bed. Meanwhile, Dagny decided to choose death and asked for Dalen's hand, not in marriage, but to slice it so that she could put his blood in some kind of vial, which at the same time they coincidentally got electrocuted by some lightning storm in the sky that broke the carriage in two, not one, two. So as they're free falling from the air, as we know, only like 2 people can fly in this campaign currently by normal means. So Dagny turned into a squirrel, so Obi would have to work extra time to carry him. And Vengax went to get Dalen, because we know that boy falls like a brick. So as that's happening, Caden grabbed onto Vi and used himself as a bracer to take the brunt of the force, while Leia, poor girl, she can't fly, but she did happen to sleep with a magic carpet.
Yeah, I guess that happened.
That also got electrocuted right through like part of itself. It wasn't happy, but it did save Leia. The carpet's a bro. And what else happened? The party got split, because that's what DMs love doing. The other team members ended up finding out who the other person that Leia barged in on was, who turned out to be Nexus, a tiefling with wings, and possibly a gargoyle. And she convinced the party to give her clothes, because she didn't have any on at the time. And the ones that she did have got explodey McDodied in the burning carriage that landed on the ground a few seconds later. Meanwhile, Caden, oh my gosh, all y'all.
Okay, mine's easy. It's just straight Leia. Leia. That's it. We got Dagny. We got Caden. We got Dalen.
The Dagny Dalen, the Dalen Caden, the only ones, Leia and Vengax.
Do better, Zach.
Okay. Adding someone else to my list. DM notes. No worries. Don't worry what's on the paper
What's
behind
with
the
you
screen.
clicking?
So,
Notes.
so, Caden, as we found out, was a Dampier in previous episodes, and by taking a lot of damage from the fall, he got a wee bit hungry. And guess who was up on the buffet platter? Leia and, oh yeah, I always forget about Freya. Oh my gosh, you're not safe anymore, Leia, because Freya rhymes with your name.
Listen, you know what? First off, that was your
That was my fault.
Secondly,
Writing down Leia's name on the DM notes. This is going to be a short episode. Episode.
Secondly, we could just forget about Freya. She's not important.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Luckily Vi was there, so she was able to block or cover for Leia and Freya so that they weren't, smorgasborded, while Leia grabbed Freya's hand and they ran away because they're besties. That's how it's written in the stories.
No.
That's how all the Fae will remember it as, at least. So here we are. They're going to make some deals on that pay-per-view.
Okay, I see. So this is Leia's villain arc. Okay, cool. I'm just double checking.
So they kept running until they came across a swamp, which caused them to stop. But Leia got pulled in a certain direction, and as she got closer, a electrical charge kind of erupted, and in the place of where it was, there was some type of egg. Not just any egg, a draconic egg. And feeling connected to it, Leia kept it, and also the other party members ended up catching up to the rest of them, and the party realized that they needed to progress forward. They went to the edge of the sea where she has it! Where the swamp ended and the sea began. And they came across an old Firbolg man named Sprixix. And he's a bit eccentric, but he did agree to lead the party members to the two shady people that they were tracking. And that's where we're picking up today. As y'all are sailing off in Old Nelly, what would you all like to do or talk about?
I think Leia would go check on Caden just to make sure that he's doing okay.
Oh yeah, y'all haven't had a chance to really talk after the incident.
No, it was literally like, oh look, an egg. Oh, Caden, look, I got an egg. Oh, you look like yourself? Okay, cool, let's go.
While they're doing that, I'm also just gonna pull out the book and start reading.
Okay.
Dalen would,
Having any more hands there, Dagny?
No.
Cutting and stabbing.
Dalen would go talk to Spriggs.
Friggy.
Okay. So as all of y'all are doing that, Leia, you walk up to Caden.
You, feeling okay now?
I felt fine the whole time.
Okay, so back there when after we crashed, you weren't gonna try to eat Freya and I. That was just normal.
Oh, I was.
Oh, okay.
That's still fine for me. I've been this way for 300 years.
Okay, yeah, we established that. What can we do to prevent that from happening again? Because that was scary.
We've been here
we
for a while.
really cannot afford you to attack the party.
We've been here for a while. I have not got to replenish myself.
Okay, so I'm assuming you just feed on people's blood?
I do not partake in blood. I drain life essence from beings to recharge my own. I do not actually take their blood or kill them.
You see this puzzled look on her face. Oh. Okay. So how can we help you keep up with that, I guess.
Usually, I find individuals that are not kind, we shall say, and I cause them to sleep for a while. Draining
Okay,
life
so-
essence causes them to become unconscious, but not dead.
You kind of see this like look on Leia's face as she's like thinking about something, but then shakes the idea. Okay, so what you're telling me is that we could theoretically let's just say like, you know, like we get jumped by bandits. You could just eat one of them and knock them out for a little while. Is that how it works?
I could touch them and drain their life essence, yes. But what you're saying on eating them, I can do that too if it's needed, but I try not to kill them that way.
No. I am not for killing anybody unless it's absolutely necessary. But I was just rather curious on how you would sustain that hunger.
In a very last-ditch effort, when things are most dire, you see Kaden turn to Vi. I can drain her. It will cause her to disappear. But I can recall her to my side after a short time. She will be back as she was before I did this.
You see as like Leia looks to Vi like, you seriously let him do that to you? When there's perfectly good criminals out there that he could just do that to instead?
I've never done it to her. I'm saying if it came down to it and I had no other option. She's willing to sacrifice herself to allow me not to harm the rest of you.
I am 100% aware of that. As she looks to Vi. Because she definitely made sure Freya and I got away during that little fiasco.
If you despise her so much, why not you not just shove her between me and you?
Because that's not me. I don't wish harm on others, even if I don't like them. But I would never put someone before myself, especially if there was danger involved.
I was merely kidding. I didn't figure you would actually try to sacrifice her. That's why Vi tried to get you all to flee. She knew if worst case scenario, it would be her.
Yeah, I wish she wouldn't do that.
I've tried my best not to. As I said, I have not done it to her yet.
Yeah, well, let's keep it that way. Deal? Deal. But I'm glad that you're okay now.
I'm still not fully sustained, but I am at least of sound mind and not bloodlust at this time.
Well, hopefully when we land, we can try to help you feel a little more better.
If we're going to where he says we're going, I may have ample supply to regain my self.
Well, I guess we'll see now, won't we? But I will leave you to rest, because I'm sure that was unpleasant, to say the least. I will let you rest. And she will kind of nod to him in acknowledgement before heading out to go find Dagny.
Dagny, who is reading their book, as you turn the page on this particular tome, can I have you roll me a Arcana check?
Me or her?
Dagny.
Oh wait, forgot to open. 12 plus 3, 15.
So as you're reading through the book, you can sense there's a heavy weighted dark corruption to it. Even the pages give off a like glimmer of evil. Yet you are continuously intrigued about the contents within it, and it has various subjects, whether it be necromancy, dark arts, or just forbidden magics altogether. All of that's kind of like poured into the pages, giving away all of those like dark secrets, if you will. And as you're kind of like engrossed, you hear a voice. What are you reading? As Nexus kind of like tries to look over your shoulder, but like is more or less just behind you.
It's just a book I found. It's intriguing, honestly.
Is this your first time in the Feywilds?
No, not really.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Usually people are intrigued about all of the interesting things outside of the pages of a book while they're here.
Yeah, when we first got here, there was this tree. Vengax was like very much enamored with it. He was gonna get eaten by that tree if I didn't stop him. So I know. Trust me. Things have. I know. I grew up in the Feywild. In the other. Yeah. I used to be an Eladrin.
Past tense?
Yeah, I died, and now I'm this.
Oh, well, like, you have like a cool aesthetic vibe or whatever. But how did you die?
Kind of like so. There was these arcane runes. It was kind of. Have you ever touched Hellfire?
Can't say that I have.
Imagine rather than just touching it, you got enveloped by it, and just down to a little last remnant of your being, not your soul per se, because that was still here. I ended up in this weird plane. I was essentially disintegrated, my body and everything.
And you came back?
Mm-hmm.
Did you at least, like, get a say in the matter?
To come back? Yeah, kind of. And there's only one reason why I came back, and it's to find the person that I've been looking for.
Okay. Um, Lots of different levels of mystery that I'm picking up, but overall, I like it.
Listen, you know, you're not gonna immediately get everything from me. Buy a girl a drink first, at least.
I mean, if you can show me where we can buy drinks, that would be like amazing.
Again, not my Feywild, so probably, I don't know.
And
Maybe to the place that we're going to.
you mean the? I wrote this down. It's also in my DM notes of non-forgiving. I mean,
Yeah.
What?
it's just this little note sticky paper that I took a picture of.
Oh, okay.
Dung's Alley is where y'all are headed.
Oh, that sounds charming.
Yeah.
Arden?
Around that time, Leia, you walk up to Dagny and Nexus.
Oh. My apologies. Am I interrupting something?
It's a free ship, I think. You're allowed to interrupt.
Yeah. You're good.
Oh, no, I didn't want to interrupt you too if you were in a conversation.
Oh, we were just talking about where in the Feywilds can you find a good drink?
I wouldn't know. I've never been to the Feywilds.
So, I'm just gonna, say the thing because I've been in this new, like, empowerment moment where I just say things that are on my mind. But y'all are a very strange party.
You know what? That's fair. She's not even gonna argue.
But we have a person from the astral realm. We had me, somebody that was not originally from here. This person that's Leia, that's apparently dealing with whatever's going on with her, and then
Thanks, Dagny.
Caden. There's a lot of mystery to that one. A lot.
What do you mean? What about the brooding one over there?
Oh,
And she
Dalen?
points at Dalen, who's like,
Oh, Dalen.
I'm sorry,
I don't
Dalen's
know.
a brooder?
So with Dalen, it's funny because I actually had to pull him out because in the entire like castle there was like everyone was fighting somebody. Dalen got taken to a different realm. I got him out. I don't know what happened in there. Maybe I don't know. You could talk to him. I can't read his thoughts though. If not, I would. Oh, there is this other thing that I found out about him. His soul isn't alone. He has someone else in there with him.
What?
like
What-
he's double occupado in the mind department?
Mm-hmm.
Leia kind of slack on Dalen. Are you saying he's crazy too?
Okay, what do you mean too? What do you mean by that? What do you mean too,
Nothing.
Leia?
It's fine. That came out completely wrong.
I'm tempted
Anyway.
just to like fucking
Exactly.
clap you off the damn shit.
Just
Girl.
In person, jump.
Jack, can I talk to you alone for a moment?
Sure.
And
Sorry.
she will she'll kind of walk over off to the side and just be like, Okay, so first question, um, why did you cut Dalen's hand?
There's
What
this
was the
object that
purpose?
needed. There was this object, this little thing that required blood, and it would help him. So I cut his hand, put his blood in it, and it'll help him with his abilities.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask you to not cut people anymore. It's just party members. I ask that you don't.
Worth it.
That you
It really
don't.
is.
That you do not cut the party members. Please.
Yeah, I already told him I'd communicate more.
I'm just clarifying. Just don't do it.
So no cutting. Okay.
No cutting at all. No blood. No blood. No cutting. No dicing. No nothing.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks. Also, how are you feeling? Like, that was a lot back at the castle. Everything.
I'm trying not to process it. Okay, I'm just trying to move on. I'll deal with it later. It'll be fine.
Okay, you know what? Fair. I want to make sure you're good. You're okay.
I'm fine.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I'm good.
Alright,
I'm good.
I'll
I'm
just.
good.
I'll
How
go
are
to
you? You have a
Daylin!
little. No, I grab her. I sensed. So I haven't really talked about this, but I could see tethers. And that little egg.
Heather. What about the egg?
What tethers do I see on Leia?
She's giving off like primordial energy.
Like subtle or like very prevalent?
It's like waning.
Okay. For example, you have some primordial tethers. And that little thing that's in the bag that I gave you,
Yes.
that is ever flowing with primordial. Ever flowing. And I noticed too that whenever you got it, the vanishing owls aren't very vanishing anymore.
What do you mean?
Did you not notice that the fog cleared up?
I mean, you know, I try not to. No,
Okay.
yeah. I noticed.
Mm-hmm. So what's going on with that?
Okay, so you've been honest with me, so I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
And she reaches out, she pulls out the egg. This is a dragon egg.
Hmm.
And once it
Try it from
hatches,
daylight, he'll try to cook it.
No.
Egg fist.
No. Dalen, I'm gonna need you to take your hungry ass stomach over there. Anyway, but this egg, once it hatches,
Mm-hmm.
is gonna hatch into my
Something like
dragon.
Vi?
Yes, very much. So like Vi.
So what you're saying is you're kind of like Caden
Yes.
without the whole bitey thing.
Yeah. Without the bitey thing. Which is why I asked you to not cut the party members. Because he's still feeling a little weak right now regarding that.
If he does that, I'll take care of it. Don't worry.
What do you mean you'll take care of it?
I'll take care of it. I
Dagny,
have tricks up my sleeves. Don't worry.
you can tell me it's okay.
No, it's okay.
What do you mean no?
And they'll cut through your sleeves too. if they want to.
Okay, fine. I will trust you, Dagny. With whatever plans you have regarding Caden, just as long as they don't hurt him, it's fine.
It won't hurt him.
Good.
Non-lethal. It'll be fine. It'll be good.
Non-lethal?
I'm saying non-lethal. It's not gonna hurt him. It'll be fine.
Yeah, but what do you mean by non-lethal? Because, I've been a mercenary for a little while, and there are non-lethal ways to, let's just say knock someone out, or, what are you insinuating here?
I mean, I could show you if you want on you. Or you could just wait.
Odds or evens? Dagny.
Never told me the odds.
That's my line.
So evens?
Yeah. So,
Show me.
hey,
She says
Stacks.
she crosses her arms.
What are they showing?
You know that spell that I have at the very, very bottom?
Dagny.
Don't hurt old Nessie.
I'm not that old. Summon water to Raz. Oh, if only.
Yeah, I see it.
I'll cast that. If I can.
Okay, Leia,
Yeah.
I need you to make a wisdom save.
Why?
It's a charming effect, so if you have anything that gives you advantage for that. Oh wait, you are friendly, so you have advantage.
Oh, cool. Okay. Awesome. Wisdom save, you said. That's a dirty 20 there, Stacks.
So, Dagny, you go to try and tap into that magic, and how does your dominate monster look?
Excuse me?
So, those tethers that I could see, I'm gonna, like, grab them and, like, try to puppeteer it a little bit. So, for you, Leia, what you see is just, like, I reach out, you see me, like, grasp something, pull, like, just, like, you know, whenever you pull something and, like, it's taut, kind of like that, and you, like, feel, like, a little bit just, like, because you barely beat it, by the way.
Oh.
So it's like you feel yourself just like kind of like lose your body a little bit, and then like I let go, and you're just kind of like, because you resisted enough.
And
Like,
Dagny, what you see on your end is those tethers like tighten, and then that waning primordial energy comes out from Leia and kind of like severs it. So you feel like a snap in the threads.
Can we flavor it to that, like the energy kind of transforms into like a dragon's maw and just bites through?
A little baby dragon nibbles.
Itty bitty living space.
Galen, darling, dear, I love you. I'm gonna need you to shut up now.
I've said what I needed to say.
So,
Oh my God.
yeah. So you see that. I guess you resisted it. That little primordial magic of yours helped.
Okay, so
I was going to be able to control everything you did. Besides hurting yourself.
and you think that will work with Caden?
Yeah.
Who is like myself, but stronger. Because he has honed his skills, unlike myself.
It'll be
So
fine.
you're saying there's a chance?
Oh my God.
I don't know,
It's also because
Dagny.
we're on friendly terms too. So if he's ever at that point where he's not feeling entirely himself, it won't be as easy to resist.
I hope you're right.
DM, did you see what I sent you?
Oh no. Oh gosh.
But yeah. So yeah, no slicing, no cutting, no dicing, no nothing around him until we get to land where he can regain his strength. Cool. All right, cool. I'm glad we had this talk, Dagny. I'm glad. I'm so happy we had this talk. She's like backing up. All right, cool. And she leaves.
So
Also, like,
how much of this conversation are we all able to hear while they're doing this?
we're like
weird
pretty
shit?
far away in the corner, and we're like,
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but you cast a spell on a boat.
it's like a sloop, right? There's like little sections that you guys you can't access.
There's like different like rooms, like
Yeah.
rooms, right, on this
Yeah.
ship, boat, whatever the hell it is.
Dagny just kind of attacking their friends is just normal now, so it's not a big deal.
Mhm. But after that, Leia's gonna go over to Dalen.
Oh my gosh. Dalen, while all this is happening, before rewind, same time frame, you're talking to Sprixix. And he's just
Oh, it was
watching
pretty
you.
evil.
So, Dalen, how long have you been out in the Feywilds? You look like a seasoned adventurer.
Oh, why, thank you, but not as seasoned as yourself, of course.
Oh no, I'm just, I've been around a few creeks, lakes, oceans.
I honestly don't know how long I've been here. A day? 2 days? It's felt like a year on my body. But it hasn't been that long.
Do you, enjoy adventuring? Oh, there's a bit of hesitation there.
We'll go with yes. It's better than not adventuring.
Tell him about the old lady.
What did you, do before you picked up the sword and shield?
Well, I was just more or less a farmer before I picked up the sword and shield. But, that was a long time ago.
It's a bit of a stark contrast.
It is, but it changed my life, and I hope that I can do the same and change others' lives. When did you pick up the reel?
Well, you know what they say, once you pick it up, you can never really put it down. But I've been fishing for, quite a few years now, and never seemed to really catch anything, but
What's the largest thing you've caught?
cold? No, really, I've never caught anything with my reel.
Well, I noticed there was no line on it earlier. Do you fish like that?
Normally, I just, do the movement like they say.
I see. I personally have never fished in the Feywilds, but where I'm from, there's usually a line on it with a lure to attract whatever's in the water.
Oh, they don't just come to your direction?
No, that would be great, but no. Even if you ask nicely.
Well, what kind of string? Just any old string?
Do I have any, like... Let's see what's in my pack. Nope. Nope. Oh, I have like a little repair kit with like some thread, I guess.
Okay.
I'll just say it looks something like this.
Oh!
And you tie it to the stick, tie a lure to the end of the string, and you throw it into the water. Not the stick. The lure.
Oh, and because it's attached to it, it'll stay.
And when they bite it, you pull them in.
Sounds easy enough. Oh,
Yeah.
where can I purchase some of that fine thread you got there?
Oh, please. It's yours. You're giving us a ride. Wonderful conversation. And frankly, it's not enough. Here you go.
Do you give him the just whole spool? Or do you, like, cut some off?
I give it to him.
Okay.
I don't know how to sew.
As you do that, and he takes the thread spool, roll me a history check.
Please hold. I didn't have my dice out. Uh, 12.
The moment the spool kind of like lands in Sprixix's palm, Dalen, you're hit with a flood of nostalgia. And you're yourself again, 12 years old. Dalen, where are you right now?
I'm in the forest. Surrounded by wood elves. Going day to day about their tasks around the village.
Are you doing anything specific, helping out, or just watching?
I am chopping firewood for my parents.
So, as you're chopping into these blocks, roll me a athletics check.
12-year-old athletics check.
Yeah.
18.
Okay. So yeah, you make short work of it. You've done this hundreds and hundreds of times. You get a decent stack, and you kind of like gather up your haul for the day and make your way back home. As you do that, you arrive at your house or your home within this community. What do your parents look like, Dalen?
My parents are... They look like wood elves. They're elven, tall, darker skin, with light hair. I clearly don't look like them, but I call them my parents. And they're bustling about, tending to a garden and animals.
Okay. So as you note them to be fairly hardworking wood elves, you make it home and kind of like set your stack of wood on the table and start to divide it out to either store away or use for the night. And you enter into the house and you see two bodies kind of like hunched down on the ground with like pools of blood next to them. Oh no!
Are my parents?
Do you go closer to look?
Yeah, I kind of catch my breath and run over.
As you get closer, they are, in fact, your mom and dad.
I scream for help and check for pulses on my parents.
And
Well, I'm a kid. I'm not checking pulse. I'm shaking and crying and screaming.
as you do that, you blink and you're handing Sprixix the spool of thread, and you kind of like rush back into yourself, but those emotions equipped in that moment kind of like backseat with you.
Dalen is just holding his breath, the hand still kind of out, with like a tear strolling down his face. Oh,
Sprixix kind of looks at you. Oh, are you okay, my boy? I mean, I'll just take just a little bit. I'll give it back, I promise.
no, please, sorry. I just remembered something I haven't thought about in a long time. Please use it.
And he starts to like, cut off a bit, attach it to the end of the fishing pole, and he reaches into his pocket and pulls out. Roll. What's your passive perception?
12.
With the 12, you see him pull out kind of like something that shimmers a little bit, but also looks very dull in its kind of like makeup. But it looks to be like a little shard, and he attaches the thread to it before he kind of like goes to the edge of the boat. And you see him do a movement that he's probably practiced time and time again, but this time there's actual string attached, and the shard kind of like plops into the water. This feels way different.
What did you tie to the end? That's not a typical lure we would use.
It's pretty funny story, actually. It's a shard I got off of a passerby. Same fellow that sold me old Nelly here. He's a man of class. Sells all types of, odd trinkets and things.
Interesting. Have you seen shards like that before?
No, but he says they're supposed to be pretty potent. Didn't really give a lot of direction as to how I could use them, but he seemed to have enough kind of scattered about. He sort of was handing them out, giving them out, if you will.
Wow. I'd like to meet this classy fellow.
Oh, well, I mean, he's out there somewhere, you know, just tending to his emporium and doing all the things that he needs to take care of.
Interesting.
If you ever meet him, tell him old Sprixix says hi.
I will. Do you know what his name is?
Ah, yes, he just goes by Salty.
That's an interesting name. If I ever meet him, I'll definitely tell him I met you.
Now, can I teach you how to fish? I mean, you said you've never fished before, right?
No, I haven't. I was never really good at it in my youth, but I'd love to try again.
Oh, well, the key about this is patience, and old Sprixis has tons of patience. And he kind of like hands you the reel.
As he fished with no string. Okay.
Now, they say if you feel a nibble, to pull as hard as you can.
All right.
And until then, you just wait. And you're waiting.
Like how long?
Oh, I mean, I've done my fair share of waiting. You can, last quite a bit there, young spry.
You do you cook whatever you catch?
If
Or
I
do you
caught
plan
something,
to
I
cook?
would, yes. But normally I have to, import it.
So you cook yourself?
I have the capability, somewhat, yes.
That's what I enjoy doing, cooking.
Oh, do you cook for your party a lot?
I try. On the road, it's not as fun. But I'd like to say they've enjoyed what I've made so far.
Oh,
Breakfast.
around this time, Dalen, Leia walks up behind you as you're like, in the zone for fishing.
The worst possible time.
She could come in yelling.
No, like she's just walking over and she like pats you on the shoulder. Hey, Dalen. What you up to?
Oh yeah, hey. Sprix is teaching me how to fish. Do you know how to fish?
Oh, no, I never really learned.
Well, it's a very important skill. Now that I know how to fish.
Oh, do you now?
I
Show
mean,
me.
look at me. I'm fishing.
Have you caught anything?
Well, Leia, you have to be patient.
So that's a no.
Dalen,
No,
roll
not
me
yet, I haven't.
a strength saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh, oh, Dalen.
Remember, you have a D6 that you could add to that.
A D6, you say? I rolled a 1, so
Dalen.
this is Dalen for you.
Oh my god.
Okay. So 1 plus 4 plus 6. I got 11.
Nice. Leia, you watch as shoop! Dalen goes off the side and gets dragged into the water, and you hear
You
a
have to be
sploosh.
patient.
You have to be.
Okay, Dalen. She just.
I'm
so-
assuming with my passive perception of 21, I hear that.
Yeah,
A
you
big
all
ol'
hear
splash
a
in the
big
water?
sploosh.
I mean, he's also wearing heavy armor, so.
Oh my god. Dalen, let go of the rod.
He's just like, ah. You see the water parting with these large ripples as it starts to like bow, and from the tip the water like shoots out, and out erupts this like fey serpent creature.
Oh, great.
And as it coils up into the air, multiple like tentacles unwrap off of it that kind of were like, you know, slooped around. And then Dalen's kind of like, holding on from this creature's mouth.
I caught
And
something.
With that, we're going to take a quick short break. We'll be back.
Oh, fuck. No!
At this time, I would like you all to roll initiative.
No.
No,
Oh,
no.
It's been
I
so
hear a
long, I
slash.
forgot how to do that.
Oh, where's Gage when I need him? Alright, it's still good. 16.
16. Where was that when I was being pulled by the creature?
I don't think that would have helped you.
What's your dex?
12.
I got a 15, by the way, Specs.
So I go first then.
15.
Unless you want to do rollsies.
16.
Rollies.
Nah, you're good.
Okay.
16. What did Caden get?
22.
What did Vi get?
Vi got. Let's see what's hers. Okay. Vi got a 10.
And what did the egg get? Also, I don't hear.
15. I mean, what?
Oh no, my egg! It's broken!
You leave my egg son alone.
Save the
Hey.
yolk.
How do you know it's a son?
I just have that feeling.
So Sax,
that's
I'm on
sexist.
alchemy. Music. It's just been like chippy cheer, like yeah, we're good. It's good music.
It's not on Alchemy, it's on Foundry.
What?
I linked it in the chat.
Zoom. In the Zoom. At the very beginning of the Zoom call.
Oh, I don't see it. It's not there for me. Can somebody send me the thing?
That's Amazon. Oh, wait.
That is Amazon.
There we go.
I don't see it. Ah!
That
Nope.
sounds like
Yep,
a
that's it.
personal problem.
Forge.
Okay, I'll just sit here and not do anything. Yeah, I got this. I'm gonna keep just like fighting's happening outside.
I would send you
Reading.
the link, but after I left to fix my camera, it is gone on mine.
Boom, 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 boom.
Foundry. BTT.
Oh, my Lanta.
Oh my Lanta.
Don't have a locket.
But now he posts it.
How?
That's not my game. Hold on. That's called to the Nether Deep.
Okay. So, top of the order. Caden, you see the creature kind of spool out from the sea, and Dalen still kind of like holding on to it with this surprisingly still intact thread. And this creature looks like massive.
Okay. Is the creature holding on to Dalen, or is it just it's got the shard in its mouth and he hasn't let go of the line?
Yeah, it's like the shard stuck in its teeth.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to attempt to commune with it.
Okay.
I know not what you are, but we mean you no harm. And he kind of eyes Dalen for a second, thinking of how he wants to say this. My companion did not know that you were there. And that'll end what I'm doing.
Okay. You feel receptively that the not but the words were received. It will kind of like spool up higher. Right now, you wouldn't even think a good portion of it's exposed at the moment, but from how high it's going, were Dalen to fall, it would be kind of similar to the Pegasus size earlier, by how high he's up
Great.
now.
Oh, for
I
Pete's
love that for me.
sake.
And
Yeah.
you look up, and there's just this serpent thingy with like tentacles, and it's a lot. For its action, it will shape
It's out here.
shift, and you watch as its body recoils out of the sea up to where Dalen is, and kind of around. Are you still holding on to the reel? Like,
With my life.
you watch as it's rapidly shifting into a smaller type frame, and you see Caden form in front of you, and as the reel kind of like loses its perches, this new form of Caden like grabs you by the neck, and it's just holding you there, and it will end its turn. Next!
I'm sorry. What?
So now there's a Caden
Need to
looking
clean my
thing
helmet lenses.
that's choking out Dalen, that's holding on to a rod. Who's going first with the 16s? Dalen?
Me, I guess. Okay. So I'm gonna close the book. I hear the splash, all that stuff. I look out like the little, like, open, not a window per se, but like, you know, I just look outside. So like, what's that?
What does it look like?
Oh, why is Kaden up there?
It is
Kaden?
not me.
Chat, for those that want to see what it did look like, hold for a moment.
What if, I don't know. Okay, so
What if I want to see what it looks like?
You don't.
when I look at it, what do I get from the tethers? Like, can I try to perceive that like as a free action? Like,
Thing had me?
Aw.
The World Eater?
uh-oh.
There's no tethers aside from the tentacles that are coming off of it.
Okay, well, what I'm gonna go ahead and do, you're gonna see my arms like start to like glow a little bit. How far is this thing from us?
Now, about 400 feet in the air.
400 feet. 400 feet. So here's the thing.
It's all right. I can still do this.
Here's the thing.
Oh yeah.
I don't think a lot of things. I have no spells every that fucking part.
Medium-ish.
I got 120 feet at most. Oh no.
Oh no, Dalen.
Oh no, buddy. I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna be real with you, Dalen. I got nothing. I'm not a sniper or anything.
Not even a kind word.
Yes.
Live free and
Okay.
die well.
Can I cast a spell into Obi and like shoot him up there?
Don't fall head first.
Because he's a hawk now.
I mean, even if you maxed out Opie's movement, I don't think you would reach that far.
I guess I'll prepare an action to see if it gets in range. I'll cast. Let's see. What spell do I fucking want to use? If it gets within 120 feet of me, I'll do Scorching Ray. So I'll prepare that spell. Like, so you see my like tattoos like on my arms like starts to like glow like brighter, like this super like orange reddish kind of like a hellfire that burned me alive. Yeah, it is. But it's also like damaged.
It's on the ship, yeah. Carpet.
Yeah, I'll do that because, like, you know, I'm not gonna fly up there because I could try to fly up there, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm not. If I go down once, I'm dead. Anyways, that'll be my. Can I Arcana check this bitch? See what? Weaknesses, history, something? No, no. You could just say no. It's fine.
I would say you can roll a nature check.
Wait, what about the book? I haven't gotten to that part. No, it's fine.
What about the book?
Has anything popped up with it? Like, is it like evil? Am I getting an evil presence from that thing, or just a creature?
Ask Nexus what kind of vibe it's putting off.
Oh. What's its vibe? Would you roll on nature?
12 plus 12, 24.
Okay.
Like a dark aura, or
You're definitely getting like monstrosity vibes.
Okay. Cool. That's fine. Yeah, I'll just prepare my spell. I'll run out to the deck of the ship.
Okay. Leia. Sorry, Dalen.
I was about to say, Dalen.
As you're being choked, what would you like to do?
do I know it's not Caden?
Yeah, if you look into its eyes, it's like endless death voids.
Harder. Close.
Sorry. Squirrel. I look into its death-filled eyes, and I say, "Not today." And I raise my mighty fishing pole, and I strike him with all the divine powers I can muster. I'm gonna use a
Character
level
grapple.
3 spell slot and do divine smite with a fishing pole.
Hold on, is he grappled?
Is Dalen grappled?
Yeah.
Technically.
Is that disadvantage or regular? Just want to keep him honest. That's it. My bad.
Well, if I can't smite, I'm going for an eye poke.
Okay.
Whatever I can get away with here.
Roll to hit.
Come on.
What's my to hit with a fishing pole?
It'd be like improvised weapon.
Okay.
Dalen has a luck.
It's a 22 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. Divine Smite. Okay. This is a lot of D8s. Where are they? Then 26 radiant damage plus whatever the fishing pole does.
Okay.
Was that like a 1d4?
As you hit into it with the radiant energy, its face morphs distortantly, and you hear like a cacophony of sound that's still legible. As it says, "Your world will be consumed." And it kind of like warps around itself, and the smite activates, and its body erupts. And now we have a falling Dalen.
Into the water. You're also wearing heavy armor.
Consume it!
So it's a you would
Lots
have
of boo-boo damage.
fallen
Lots of boo-boo damage, Dalen.
about 150 feet. So you're, what is math? 250 feet from the ground, from the sea, from the boat. Is that math? Okay, Leia, it's your turn.
Oh, carpet!
You see the carpet kind of like just sprawled down, shuffling through its tassels. And it looks over at you, kind of like folds back on itself to look over at you.
And then I'm gonna look to Sprizik. Do you have spare line for your pole?
Spare line?
Uh-huh.
Well, I got this thread I was supposed to give back to him.
Can I borrow that, please?
Sure, here you go, dear.
Thank you. I'm gonna try to sew up the carpet.
Okay.
In 6 seconds?
Action surge.
I am on a mission. I am action surge, baby.
Let's go. Okay, you run over to the carpet. There's like foliage and stuff because Dagny tried to use druid craft on it.
Yeah, get that out of here. What do you want me to roll?
Roll a survival check.
Oh god.
It's okay, you got a few rounds before I hit, I think.
That's a dirty 20 for the survival.
Oh my gosh.
He thread the needle.
Those on the ground see Leia pull a needle out of nowhere, and then she starts taking out a bunch of the.
No. What happens is I pull out like a little twig that Dagny used to patch up the hole, and I'm just gonna like wrap that up around that stick real quick, and then I'm gonna look to carpet. I'm sorry if this hurts, and then I'm gonna start.
Oh! Trauma!
Can
Trauma!
Dalen see this and just lose all hope for humanity?
Roll me
Just
a
accept the
perception
fall?
check at disadvantage.
Oh, dang it.
Dalen, you need to have more faith in me, bud.
I got a 16. I would have had over a 20.
I would see from your point of view, it looks like Leia's doing something horrible to this carpet. which technically is true. It's just not what you're thinking. Leia, you're just like, 6 seconds, I got this. And you start sewing. Like, Dagny, Caden, y'all haven't seen fingers move this quickly before in your life, but all this fighter training has come down to this precise moment, and she finishes off last second and like cuts the thread. And there's a patch on this carpet.
Yay! Please go take Dalen.
We've made history this night.
Oh my gosh!
6-second rug repair.
Like, Leia is asking this carpet bro, like, go save Dalen, please, before he gets severely hurt.
It looks down at its roll of performance.
It's
Why am I like this?
that's a 15.
Okay, this, this cool, like, war scar of a patch that it has on it. And it looks down, it's like, and then it shoots off into the air.
Ah! I expect
Dalen falls.
Thank you.
And he falls, and he falls, and you see the carpet, and you see you, Dalen, and it's like the carpet and you, and the carpet and you, and the carpet and you, and then it shoot past you, and you're like, and then it comes down to grab around you, and it slows your fall back to the ship.
Yay!
That wasn't traumatizing at all.
Thank you, carpet.
Dalen. Why is it always Dalen?
Why is it always me?
I have a theory.
Guess Dalen's giving up fishing.
No hobbies for this man ever.
I swear if you take cooking from me.
And around that time, a bunch of squid attire type fish fall onto the boat. Remnants.
Remnants? Remnants.
Oh, that's the biggest haul I've ever had. Dalen, you put up quite a show.
As Leia's
These
like, Polly, did Dalen like land on the ship, or is he like just on the outside of it in the water?
Carpet brought him back to the ship.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, carpet.
He did the stair carpet down to the.
Wait. Fricks, are you saying that you eat this?
Oh yes, World Devourer meat's really good. Them slivers are so hard to catch.
Are you all right, Dalen? It's okay,
Was
buddy.
I the lure?
This whole time.
Oh. Real quick, before you continue with that, do I see the shard anywhere?
What do you mean? Didn't you have a lure on the line?
Who are you asking? Sprixix?
Dalen?
Oh.
How would that make
Never
you
fished
lure?
before.
I mean, I've seen people fish before, Dalen. To me, you didn't look like a lure.
This is the Feywild. Okay.
I've never been to the Feywild, Dalen.
Have I ever seen anything like this happen before? Actually, no, I wouldn't remember. Never mind.
That is the first time I've seen a sea creature change to look like someone else.
Why did it choose you?
Maybe because I tried to commune with it.
Sprixus, is this normal fishing here?
I don't know what you're talking about. This is the best catch.
Is that normal fishing?
Oh, encountering slivers, world devourers? No. Those usually don't hang out around here in the Facey.
Oh,
Oh,
I wonder
like,
why it's here
What do they-
now.
Where
Lucky
where
us.
do they usually hang out?
Other dimensions?
That's
Wait.
troubling.
I like
How do you-
hand Friskus his pole back with like shaking hands.
Thank you! Go.
Wait, what do you?
Where's the thread?
Oh,
hold on.
here's the extra thread, by the way.
There's like this much thread left.
What do you? Hold on. What do you mean other dimensions?
World devourers? Yeah, they don't hang out in this dimension. They usually try and consume worlds.
Yes, I understand that. But what do you mean? What other types of dimensions? Because it's a miracle that we ended up in the Feywild to begin with.
Well, there's all different types. Depends on which part of dimensional break you go through. You all, for a party that's hanging out in the Feywilds, y'all are kind of green.
We just got here.
It's
We
been
didn't-
6 months.
We got sent here. 6 months.
I'm
months?
joking. I'm joking. Am I?
Inside check. How does he
Oh,
know
okay,
about how long
okay,
we've been
you're
here?
joking. All right, cool.
Inside. Okay, that's an 18.
Nothing. Steel trap.
I would trust him. How does he know
All
how
right,
long
so
we've been
he's
here?
obviously telling the truth.
Dalen's gonna collect himself, exhale, and just start collecting up the weird fish.
What do you?
You need some help, Dalen?
What do you mean dimensional breaks?
Dimensional break? Oh, I guess you don't do a lot of world hopping.
No, we don't. We got sent here by a goddess. What was your name? I look at Leia.
Dagny has really loose lips.
Yeah.
Loose lips sink ships.
Not
And
old
we're
Nelly.
on a ship. I don't recall.
Stacks knows. Stacks know that I know, but I.
You
pretend I don't.
said this salty fellow gave you a shard.
Yes, he's one of those dimensional hoppers I was just talking about.
Would that lure have attracted something like that?
Oh, it
the
might.
World Eater? Sliver? What did you call it?
I called it a sliver.
Was it a sliver?
And I defeated it single-handedly, right?
Sure, yes. I mean, what's remaining of it here is consumable, at least.
Fishing's not so bad.
Are you joking?
I would call this a success.
Why does
what,
my
Galen?
carpet smell like fish?
Did you not?
Ask Dalen.
Did you not see what just happened?
No, the boat, like, shifted a bunch, so I just went, like, down a level, tried to, you know...
Okay, well, we just got like we ran into a world eater.
Oh, to be
She's
that
gonna
Galen.
look at you, Leia, and look at
you
the
sweet summer child.
non-world eater, and then look at, like, the ground filled with, like, calamari. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, a world eater.
You sweet
Thanks to
summer child.
Dalen. Don't pet her. She's not a dog.
Okay, so first chance that I can get, sever my connections to this party. Girls gotta live. I'm just adding up all the weird things that are happening in a relatively short period of time, and I don't know.
Oh, this isn't normal in the Feywilds?
This isn't normal anywhere, and
Okay, no, I just wanted to clarify.
okay.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
It's like I told you, things just happen to us.
No. Things happen, and then weird shit happens. Like my carpet smelling like fish.
Brixus, do you have a galley on old Nelly?
Oh, of course. You gotta
Would you
keep them
mind if
things.
I try and prepare a few of these for you?
Oh, are you gonna make us a meal? I'd be
I-
honored.
Yeah, I gotta admit, Dalen's cooking's pretty good.
Nexus, do not write us off. Give me a chance. One dish. I've never cooked this before. but
Roll a
one dish.
persuasion check.
Oh my gosh. That's a 6.
Okay, I gotta look at her.
You could
character
re-roll
sheet,
that,
'cause I
remember?
rolled it.
I'll burn my luck on that. Why not? Okay. That turned into a 21. No, that's not right. 19.
I mean, you could have kept the 6. I rolled a 2 on insight.
Okay, I kept the 6.
She looks at you. Fine.
Fine. We can work with fine.
And Sprixix shows you to his galley. It's underneath Old Nelly. He leads you down the stairs, and there's just like a whole side of the ship dedicated to just cooking.
DM, how big are these squid?
Take your normal calamari and then multiply it by like 5, and that's like the size.
So I picked one up while this is all going on and started slicing it up to give Vi something to eat.
Okay. And she'll eat that up pretty easily while y'all are collecting and getting the things together.
Now, Sprixus, last time I cooked fey animals, it didn't go well for me.
Did you use
Something
a recipe?
No, I did not. I was winging it.
Oh, well, there's your problem. Most of these fey creatures need specific ingredients to make sure it tastes good. You can use my book.
Doesn't harm me.
Oh, yes,
Book?
as long as you take out the poisonous bits.
Good to know. Yes. Book. Intrigue.
Yes, slivers. And he goes down and he pulls out a cookbook, flips over some pages, and you see sliver stew, sliver meat sandwiches, sliver cold style, and then charred sliver.
Nexus seems like a stew gal.
It is like soup season.
Yeah, vibes. We're doing stew.
She like looks at Leia. Okay, so he's a good cook. I can see why you keep him around. Why do you keep around all the other party members? Oh gosh.
That was a long pause.
Well, we're all kind of on the same boat now. We've been through a lot together.
Is it because we're like physically on the same boat, or are y'all kind of like stuck together?
I mean, we're kind of stuck together. It's just how it is.
But you get along, right? I mean, aside from weird stabbings and things like that.
For the most part. She's side-eyeing Freya.
Oh, is there something there? Are you two like...
Don't even get me started.
Oh, there's so much tea there. Does Dalen make tea?
I don't. Dalen!
Yes.
You turn, you see Dalen, normal armor and stuff, but he has like a cooking apron.
Apron.
The armor, bro.
Why are you... You know what? Never mind.
I cook when I'm stressed.
No!
I think you're
Chat,
Sarah.
if you know, you know.
Did I break her?
Ugh. You know what? Never mind. Never mind that. Can you make us some tea, please?
Absolutely.
Great. Thanks. I appreciate it. I appreciate you.
Okay, so like, while he's cooking, we're gonna catch up. And she like grabs your arm,
Oh.
grabs
Okay.
Dagny's arm, and then
Oh,
like
wait.
winks
Okay,
over
wow,
to Freya and like pulls y'all all over to a table. This is
I
gonna be
wanted to
like,
read.
I'm no longer here.
this is like girl talk. Come on.
Does she really have to be here?
Who? Leia?
Right.
Or Freya? Freya's like across from you, and she's just like, why? Why is this my life right now?
Hey, you chose to travel with us.
Not,
Just saying.
no, that's not how the story went. Freya was
Leia.
taken to the Feywild, just like all the rest of you.
And you could have just had
Believe
that
me.
kid just leaving.
All the dimensions in the world, the Feywild's the last one I want to be in.
Nothing was stopping you from leaving.
How do we get back?
Working on it.
Well, Strix did say something about like there's a world. We could travel through breaks. In there's times apparently you could travel through the dimensions. There's dimension breaks.
Right. Sure. That. I'm still unsure about all of that. To be quite honest. So, what should we talk about? This, girl
Well,
talk.
Nexus looks between the three of you. I'm the new one here, so I think it would be suiting if you all ask a question and I answer it, and then I can ask a question for all of you.
Okay.
Right.
Roll
At
for
this
it.
time,
So you ask the
Dalen,
question first.
are they in like a room or something?
No, they're literally like the table across from the galley, so you just hear them like gossiping while you're trying to like focus on reading how to properly fillet a sliver, which is not a sentence you thought you were going to read today.
Well, the
actually,
teapot
don't-
whistles, and I pour tea and walk it over.
Okay, so while you're doing that, you're probably gonna need help. Let me just summon what's his name? Oh my god, I forgot his name. I haven't summoned him in so long. Ah,
Oh no.
Yes, the unforgotten about child.
Chipper.
No, I don't.
So, Dalen, you go to like serve up the tea, and this old decrepit monkey kind of manifests.
So I was gonna say, with like me being rebirthed and everything, he's gonna come back like as an actual monkey, just looking more, my color scheme now, and with like some remnants of like, how there's like that green ethereal color, kind of that like floating off of him. He should be able to help you. He's not the same anymore, Dave. I know he looked creepy before. Chipper, just help him.
Wait.
Oh.
What?
Chipper, serve the tea.
Chipper starts serving out the tea to
Who
everyone.
is Chipper?
My little monkey.
You have a monkey?
From being a druid.
Yeah, but you had your
Obi?
yeah, you had Obi.
Obi's a
Leia.
hawk right now.
It's much better than Ray's monkey, okay? Just let's move on.
What? Insert I am confusion.
I'll explain later.
Nexus looks at you. So, which of one of you are gonna ask a question?
Okay, so we should roll for this, actually. We should roll for this.
D20.
Freya, Leia, and myself. Yeah. You too.
Okay. Just flat rolls. 15.
4.
7.
Oh my gosh, you all suck. I love talking to myself.
Don't worry, I can't wait for us to meet up in the campaigns and have to play 2 characters.
Gotta be quicker than that.
I already played 2 characters. I played 3 characters at one point.
Yeah, I know you got rid of one of them, remember? You said die.
So, as you all are sitting there, Dagny and Leia kind of look over in unison at Freya, and she kind of like eyes the two of you. I don't know. Nexus, what brings you to the Feywilds? And then y'all all kind of like look over to Nexus for her response, and she's like, no one's asked me that question today, and I'm kind of like not mad about it, but also kind of like, why hasn't this come up sooner? Anyways, I sort of have like a Fey pact with a Archfey here in the Unseelie Court, hence why I was going the opposite direction of the Seelie Court, or Unseelie Court.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing.
Yes, I'm like, why don't they just call themselves like Day and Night or something completely opposite from each other? But no, they are like Seelie, Unseelie, and it's just, it's a lot.
I hear that. It's in the background.
Just mumbling under your voice.
Okay, my question for Freya is, why don't you get along with, and she points at Leia, and Freya looks at Leia, and then she looks at Nexus.
Leia glares at Freya.
I don't know. She didn't like the trick that I did for her when we first met, and
Keyword trick.
but I've been taking notes, and her party members aren't exactly the best decision makers. I feel like I'm being pigeonholed by something that...
You are more than welcome to leave. Nothing's
I
stopping you. You
am
can go up on that deck. You can go up on that deck right now and
Leia,
jump off.
Leia, you weren't here for it, but we did far too much to save Freya to let her leave now.
Why?
They spoke to her defense.
I'm not here. I'm not here.
No, clearly you are, Dalen.
Just
Clearly you
cooking.
are.
Because her brother took her place, that's why.
What?
Her brother took her place.
Okay.
And he almost killed her. That's why.
Okay.
What do you
Why
mean?
did you stop
Okay.
him? I'm just kidding.
Nexus is like, which one of you are next?
I do believe it was Dagny.
Okay. So you're running away from that. What was, you know what was your upbringing like? What made everything happen to call us here? Like you say you're in a pact with an archfey, but
Yeah, I have like a,
everything.
complicated story or whatever. Um, Born into gargoyles. That wasn't the best vibe. I had a pact with an archfey. Deceived. Won't make that mistake twice. And yeah, once I found out my patron's really evil, kind of just, trying to get as far away as possible from that.
If I could tack on a bonus question, you could ask me 2 questions. What's the archfey's name?
Funny thing about Faye, they put a lot
Yeah,
of
I know.
things into their contracts, so I'm really not allowed to tell you.
Okay. I figured. Okay.
But
Good to know.
since you asked me 2 lovely questions, what's that book that you were reading? Like,
I mean,
Just a book.
even
they read
before
a
I
lot of books.
brought you over here, you were like reading it again. Like, is it one of those,
No,
one
go
of
on, say it.
those, like
No, say it. Elaborate.
Huh?
a smut novel?
What?
Not that I come across in it, so no.
Does it give off the
It's-
vibe that it will be?
Maybe at certain points, maybe. It's just a lot of lore about creatures and whatnot. Maybe it'll get to that point at some point. At some point, it'll get there.
With creatures?
Creatures, people. It's just a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot.
My second question. Who is it that you're looking for?
Would I remember like her name? Because I know I'm looking for the person.
I would say, yeah, you would know.
Would I remember what happened?
That
And-
creature? Yeah.
Okay. So I'm looking for the person that I fell in love with in my past life before all this. And the last time I saw her, I'm not gonna tell him about the vision that I had. Yeah, I'm basically looking for somebody that is long gone at this point, but they got taken by a creature that took her soul. And I'm trying to find her. But yeah, basically someone that I used to love. We were traveling the Feywild, as you do. And we came across this gargantuan thing. I've never seen anything like it before. there was this temple, and there was this monster guarding it, and we must have gotten too close or something, and it just took her. And
you,
like you see like the 1,000-yard stare, and just like, but yeah, that's who I'm looking for.
oh, okay. Leia?
Um,
Trauma.
Yeah, Leia, who was kind of like listening to Dagny's story, kind of seems to be a little lost in thought herself now. And then when you like say her name, she kind of like perks up and like, what? What?
It's your turn to ask a question for me.
Oh, right. So you said you were under a pact with a archfey, right?
Yes.
You have any plans on how like you're gonna break that pact?
Mm,
Because there's always a loophole in these things, right?
essentially, yes. But the thing about patrons is they usually offer you something that's much less than what they're going to ask of you. Except they word it in a way that it doesn't seem like that. Once I found out the intricate details of what would be required of me in order to no longer have this pact, it's much easier to just kind of run away and forget about it.
So you can't see him, he can't see you type of deal. It doesn't exist.
I imagine he can still see me, but he's not interfering on the day-to-day. So maybe there's a limit as far as how far his power ranges.
Perhaps, but
Would I know
even
anything
still,
about...
You can't... Go ahead, Dagny. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're fine, you're fine. I was gonna say, what would I know about Archfey? Considering I've been from the Fae and everything.
Um,
How far does their power, like, reach?
Archfays can reach up to the queen of the Feywilds, which could be, you know, a title reigned by anyone, really. Non-gender specific. And essentially, they are about as powerful as you can get within the Feywilds.
The Queen's still alive, right? Right? She's still alive? Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, he's probably still tracking you now. Okay. Sorry, Leia, I cut you off.
No, you're fine. I'm just I could see I can understand why you're running. But there comes a point in time where you can't keep running for the rest of your life. There's got to be a point where you I don't know, figure out a way to free yourself. Because running's not going to do it.
I can see where you're coming from. But I don't have friends in the same way that you do. Ones that are willing to risk their lives, if you will. I mean, gargoyles, I don't know if you've met one. They're not exactly the chatty bunch. And most of them are just innately evil. And that's not like a vibe, that's just like a thing. And, well, you mix that in with other people who claim that they're going to help and they're not actually going to help, but make things worse. It gets really tough for a girl to trust someone out in these streets, you know?
Understandable.
My question for you... What are you looking for in life? To, like, accomplish goals, that sort of thing.
Once again, Leia side-eyes Freya. Well, I was on a mission to kill somebody who, destroyed my home that I helped build. I have yet to defeat him. So I guess in a sense I seek vengeance? Maybe closure? If that's the word you want to use.
Bonus question, and you can ask me something after. What happens when you do kill him? Does, like, all that anger just go away?
Some of it. But
What do
there will
you-
be a part of me that is comforted by the fact that an evil man such as the one I'm hunting is no longer reigning terror somewhere else.
Well, I can understand that. Do you have another question for me?
Where do you plan on going once we get out of here?
I don't know, I'm kind of like Feywild's adjacent. If I can find a way to get out of this realm, then by all means I'm probably going to take it, but
Would you want to come back to the Prime realm with us?
what's the Prime Realm? I've never been there.
Or the material? The material.
Haven't been there either.
It's okay.
There's like a montage of land sharks and every other witch. Convincing.
Better than the Feywild.
I don't really have any roots or attachments there, so I don't know if I could see
mean-
myself staying.
You never know. There might be either someone or something that maybe could help you with your predicament.
Killing an archfey.
Why
You
not?
never know.
A girl could dream.
Listen, you know, where I'm from, the material plane, dragons don't exist. It was just for me recently I have found out that dragons exist. And
Is
they
Kaden
are
laughing in the background?
really powerful
Caden's
creatures.
on top side. He never came down. He's
Okay.
stood and watched. Buck is laughing because I threw a lot at her.
She's only just sprinkling the stuff that Caden's told her about dragons, but like... So, like, the impossible? It could be possible. You won't know unless you look. Or you try.
Well, I guess I can give you that. I'll at least try.
Plus, you'll have all of us around to help you.
Oh, I can ask y'all to take on an archfey.
I don't know World
I
Devourer.
mean-
It's fine.
If I was gonna say, if anything, you have Dalen.
I feel like that was in character.
It was.
No, I mean the laugh.
Oh.
She like looks over at Dalen as he's like, pulling the sliver meat out from being cooked and then like adding it to a stew pot. I can see the charm in having him around.
He's
Hear all
a
this,
lot more
right?
capable than you think. Yeah, he's a lot more capable than you would think. At least than he leads on.
Dalen and I traveled together for a little bit until we found you in Vengax, actually.
Well, now that the ice is broken. I mean, between us girls. There's a lot of great guys. Just within arm's reach.
Oh, no, I'm,
Oh, Caden's your type? I saw y'all talking.
no, I'm... And she kind of
You
paused
almost made me
for
do
a
a spit
second.
take.
Oh, no.
I mean, to be fair, chat, I'm closer to her type than anyone else on the boat for a certain reason.
So,
She
Leia kind of-
watches
Sorry.
the pause.
yeah, she's pausing as she's kind of like recollecting something. And she kind of does kind of like clutch her chest a little as she's thinking before she kind of just like mutters, "I am widowed."
Oh. Recently?
About a year.
And kind of like her and Freya say, I'm sorry, around the same time.
Leia still kind of ice for her.
Why? Why? This woman has done one thing wrong.
And it was.
She only sacrificed your arm, but did you lose it?
God.
But
But did you die? But yeah, Leia will nod and thank them for their sympathy. But yeah, no, I'm not really looking. And Leia does kind of like side-eye Dalen a little bit before she kind of returns her attention to the group, but doesn't say anything else. Just kinda keeping it to her thoughts now.
I have a charisma of 10. I'm kind of like awkward.
Just awkward. Sorry, buddy. That's rough.
That's rough, buddy. I'm sorry.
There.
I'm still looking for the person that I'm trying to find. I don't entirely know if. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you want to.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
No, he's cute, but not exactly my type.
What's your type?
Not
Quiet, stoic one.
prone to dying.
Quiet and stoic.
Which one are you pointing to?
He's got a pet dragon.
Oh, pointing up to Kaylin.
I'm on the top deck. I did not come below.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. She's like pointing to the stairs, like there's the quiet
not
stoic
just
guy.
meat
He's got a
ladies.
pet dragon.
Okay, so not prone to dying, but
I don't know. I think I would have to have more conversations kind of like this with Dalen before I make any decisions. After all, me making rash decisions is what got me in my current predicament.
Yeah. I agree. I would take your time.
Around this time, Dalen, your sliver stew is ready. Roll
Oh, the
me
truth.
D20.
Oh no.
can Chipper help him? Give him advantage.
It's not applied to anything. It's just
Can I have my culinary skill?
sure.
17.
Okay. Oh gosh.
That's what I'm saying. Can Chipper help and give him advantage?
No, I just realized when he had to roll before that. So yeah, this meal gets finished and it smells pretty good. Dalen starts to serve it out into bowls. Sprixix gets one, starts to taste it. This is perfect.
Can you
I
still
haven't-
see out of your eyes?
Yes, I can.
What?
Oh, right.
The last
That's
time
right.
I cooked Feywild food, I couldn't see for a while.
Yeah, we
It
cooked
tasted
the
good
deer,
though.
like a deer thing. He lost his sight.
But yeah, there's
Again,
stew
there's a lot
there
more
for
to him
everyone.
than you would think.
But anyway, it's still good, and you're not blind.
I am not blind.
That's comforting.
Ah, my eyes!
Sprixix
What?
actually blind this whole time.
Is that why I was always
I'm
looking
not
the
more
wrong way?
blind.
That's why there was no string. He didn't know.
Oh no. Oh gosh. But yeah, there is soup for everyone. Chipper starts to set it down in front of all the ladies. Then he waddle steps it up for Caden upstairs, even though he probably won't eat it. And he gives some to Vengax. He's just doing the most. He's trying to make up for
Hold on, what is Caden?
lost time of being a cindered
on.
monkey.
What does Caden? Okay, when he goes up to Caden, how does
Katie,
Caden
you see
react?
this sloshy bowl of soup come up to you, and underneath there's a monkey.
I reach down and I take the bowl.
It
Do I
smiles.
recognize any part of the monkey from what I've seen before?
I
He's
would
not
imagine
undead
it's
anymore.
like a healthier version of himself.
Okay.
Chipper, you're looking chipper.
Well, I was just going with the fact of what I can track and all that stuff. So I look at him, look at the bowl, look at Vi, set it down in front of her and go, "You can have this."
Man, Vi just being the garbage disposal, man.
Chipper looks and kind of slumps, and then walks back down.
I reach down and pat him on the head.
Oh,
I don't
he smiles.
eat. And then tell him I don't eat, and I just pat him on the head and let him go on about his business.
He gives you this big toothy grin.
There's a tooth missing.
That tracks.
But yeah, Nexus looks at the bowl. Looks good. Smells good. What's the worst that can happen? And she takes the spoon, tries it. It's really tasty.
It's really
Well, it was nice knowing her.
Oh no!
Damn it, Jalen, we were just getting a connection. Oh. Yeah, no, I think Leia would kind of just be moving the like spoon around in the soup, not really like eating it, but
Making Leia O's.
yeah.
As a selling soul, do I need to eat?
Technically, don't. But
I'll eat it just to make Dalen feel
I
good.
made this soup better.
oh no!
I'll eat it.
Freya will try it. Vengex tries it. Is that all for the extra NPCs?
Do you give a bowl to Obi?
Obi can have some. Chipper can have some.
You just like, I'll change Obi back into the owl like creature, and he's just gonna like dive into the bowl and just like start eating it, like messy though. It's pretty good, Dalen.
Thank you.
It's pretty good.
The book was very helpful.
Can we get a copy of that? But do you have an extra copy of that book?
Oh! I mean,
You don't just ask people for their cookbooks. Come on.
I'm asking for a copy.
Dalen, if you enjoy those recipes, you can keep that book.
Really?
Yeah.
The whole book?
It has a bunch of different recipes of how to cook different Fae-type creatures successfully.
You see his eyes get all watery. And he just like
buddy.
bear hugs Sprixus so hard.
Oh gosh, there's bones in here, you know, they're kind of fragile.
Thank you so much. All I have is a sandwich recipe right now.
Oh no, not the sandwich meat.
Oh, that's rough, buddy.
Hey, it got us here, okay?
Around that time, you feel the ship kind of like and come to a stop.
Dunk.
Caden at the top, the ship has pulled into port. You see a bunch of different other ships around you, and there's kind of like a dock bay of different shops, and people are out and about, kind of walking between.
I'd say that I'd try to reach out with my senses and see if I can pinpoint the direction of the one I'm after to see if they're here.
They do seem to be here.
I step back kind of into the shadow of a mast or something up top and just watch for a while until the rest of the party comes up.
This will have given y'all time to consume the soup. For those that at least tried it, you get Death Ward and Wisdom, Charisma, and Intelligence saves with advantage until your next long rest. And as y'all,
Zach has to give us a long rest next session.
yeah, be like, sleep. You need it.
So you said wisdom, charisma, what?
Intelligence. As y'all come up aboard, You see a bustling group of different people kind of trading and conversing and moving about in Dung's Alley. There are all different types of races, all kinds of fae intermingling. What would you like to do?
Are we leaving the ship?
I mean, I would assume so.
I would clasp Sprixik's hands. Sir, it was an honor to meet you, an honor to learn from you, and an honor to cook for you. I hope I see you again someday.
Well, thank you all for sharing your time with me and giving an old sea fisherman a few more stories to kind of keep him warm at night. It was really nice to get to know all of yous.
Wait, before you go. How do we get to these breaks?
Breaks?
Yes, to get to the other dimensions.
Oh, well. They say Old Salty likes to visit every once in a while. And
Okay.
I first learned about the breaks through him.
Okay. Do you know any schedule that he has or may keep by chance or no?
It's kind of random. He's really hard to get a hold of, to be perfectly honest. But if you ever do meet him, make sure you get something that he trades, because it'll probably be worth the while.
Although I would ask that you do not use a shard for fishing again if you are alone. It could be very dangerous.
Oh, well, that's the only one I had of that, so I don't think I'll be trying that anymore.
I think while they're talking, Leia will approach Caden. Do you sense them here?
They are here, yes. I didn't want to give myself away as you were all finishing what you were doing.
Should we be hiding from this person? I thought we were looking for him, Caden.
It's not them that I'm watching and keeping tabs on.
Right, it's the ones after us, correct?
No, it's the ones that may assist me.
Right. So how should we proceed with this then?
Going to where they are may or may not be a problem. We're new here. I do not know this place. But I've seen a couple passerbys that may assist me in what we discussed earlier.
Great, so is that where we're going to start then? Or are we going to try to get more of a feel of the area first?
I would rather find where they are and see the surroundings before we do anything too bold.
So maybe spend a day here to kind of just look around?
Once we have located where they are, it'd be easier to decide if they're going to stay for a while. They did travel a long way to get here.
Fair. Now let's go look for them then.
You see Vi kind of walk up and nudge your bag of holding.
Yeah, Vi. Yes, Vi. It's in there. It's safe. I made sure before coming back up deck. I'll be damned if I let Dalen eat this one.
This one?
It's more of a matter of she's been very lonely for a very long time. She has not gotten
Girl,
to see
same.
her own kind.
So, how will we know when this egg is supposed to hatch?
You will know. You will sense when it's ready.
I'll just know, like, just a little like mental ping, like, oh hey, it's time to hatch.
It's more like how you were drawn to it on the Isle. It'll be
Oh,
a calling of sorts.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Okay. Good
You
to
will
know.
also get a very intense feeling of a bond after it has hatched.
Intense?
Dragons' powers and essence are extremely intense when it first connects to the person it is bound to find.
It's not gonna hurt, is it?
If you are fortified mentally well enough, it will not.
That does not give me any comfort, Caden.
We will work on that.
Right. I'm holding you to that then.
That's why I found you. You're one of us. In a sense, you haven't had the training and the knowledge, but that can come in time.
I'm still trying to digest everything you've told me. It's a lot.
It can be, yes.
Not can, it is.
You must forgive me. I've had my bond for quite some time.
Yeah, gotta give the old green thumb some time to process everything first. She says, kind of like in a little teasing tone.
From what I can remember, if you would have been around the dragons as you were growing up with your ancestors that were also like me, you would have been more accustomed to your powers and the feelings that come with being bonded with dragons. But this is more new to you because the only dragon that is awake at this time is her.
I can't even imagine what I would be like now if I was in your position regarding dragons.
To be honest, I'm glad at least one of us survived long enough to see this happen.
Well, I'm glad that you're glad, Caden.
I miss getting to see all the dragons and their wardens united.
Honestly, I can't wait to see what my dragon's gonna look like. But that is a thought for another time. I think we should go ahead and get moving.
Are the others joining us?
She kind of looks back to the others before looking back at Caden. I can't leave Dalen.
Oh, I'm not saying to leave them. I'm just curious as to what's taking so long for everyone else to
Well,
come
why did
topside.
you just say that? Come on, Kate, you
did.
gotta stop speaking in riddles. And she like turns around and goes to get the others.
Chat is like somebody from this day and age met a Victorian from like the
Right.
1700s. I have no idea what you're saying.
You're speaking in tongues I don't understand. So Leia's like clapping her hands. Guys, you ready? Let's go.
The others come up. Some of them are already on the top deck.
You guys ready to go or what?
Do you have a description of Salty? Not really.
What?
Oh,
Do you have a description of Salty?
no!
Me?
Dagny,
wants
calm
to-
down.
He wants to know if we have a visual of what we can look for.
Oh.
Oh, Salty will let you know what he looks like.
And Leia
Dagny
thinks
just
I
walks away.
talk in riddles.
Like
walks
Leia
away.
Leia just stares. He just stares like, what?
It all makes sense once you meet old Salty.
When he says that, Leia kind of hears Kaden chuckle because of what she said to me, and then I hear him, and I just kind of laugh.
Leia like looks
Well, thank you.
looks over her shoulder at him. What's so funny?
Thank
Say,
you
I
for all
speak
your
in
help.
riddles.
Get back safe.
He never
don't
finishes anything he says.
don't fish more. Okay. Anyways, bye. Thank you.
Have a safe trip, you young lads.
Thank you.
And Caden.
I was gonna say, as he says that, I turn and look to kind of eye up how old he might be.
Maybe 150 max.
Only to find out you were friends when you were a wee lad.
Right? I knew him as a child.
That's true. He's been around for a really long time.
As
I'm
y'all
off the boat.
head off the ship, we pan out and shift to the Shadow Keep. Mask. Something
Yes.
is amiss. You're normally pretty on top of anything slightly chaotic that's been happening, but even you can't shake the idea of the fact that gods are missing. And as you kind of like pace within your realm of existence, two lesser gods kind of manifest in front of you. One in a flurry of feathers before they shine so brightly to form Arya. And another, a collection of shadows of all different pigments before Uriah appears. I can't. Mask, you got a ping, much like they got a ping, sent out by Maliki. That mother's here, and somebody done fucked up.
What does it typically do?
What would you like to do?
So I'm assuming you both also got the message.
I cannot right now.
It's not Dalen. It's not Dalen's fault.
Oh my gosh. Y'all thought this was a regular Halloween special? No.
I was not ready. Anyway, Arya will kind of nod slowly. Before looking to Uriah, seeing if he had gotten the ping as well.
Mask, is this some sort of trick of yours?
Unfortunately, no. Seems that Mother Dearest is back.
Sometimes I wish I weren't a god.
Arya doesn't say anything, but you can tell by her expression. Yeah, same thing. What are we to do?
I think facing her is pointless.
Well,
We need-
very much is.
We need to go where she can't, wherever that is.
Would I know where to go? Stacks. Me, Reaper, already knows.
To like look for her or to avoid her?
To
Avoid her.
avoid.
To avoid her, what's the plague?
Because I know of Cordia, right?
Mm-hmm. You know that's your mother's realm.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to go there.
I say, well, now who?
We need to find out how she got back here.
While not being here.
How do you suppose we do that?
Well, for one, I've been pulling strings in the background on Diademia, helping the natives and everything. How do I subtly put this for Sarah?
What did you do? You hurt my babies, didn't you? What did you do?
You're Arya right now.
Oh god.
I had to take on one of Maliki's things, one of her children, to help them, to access certain things. So I killed that. So I've been on the planet before.
Wait, you kill what? What did you
One
say?
of Maliki's children's. One of the children. Just to help, and there's something that she was unintentionally guarding.
Mask, we can have some words.
You're not here. Shut up.
Mask, you do know that while it is forbidden, one area where even the gods wouldn't be able to find you is Diademia.
So what I've been doing this entire time. Okay. We could just go back. We could go to the planet. We could go to Diademia. She won't be able to find us there.
But what of the others?
They
We
all
can
got the
figure out-
message.
We can figure out how to take care of them when we're safe.
And
Sit here and do nothing.
Arya, in that instant, you almost instinctively think of your brother. And you all can kind of like read that on her face.
Did he get the message?
I'm sure he did. I
need
can
to-
go and try and get him if you want me to.
I couldn't ask you.
Better
that.
yet, I'll just do this. I'll snap my fingers and we'll kind of like, well, I'll share a vision of what I see to try to go see him, if possible.
Okay. Through Mask's mind's eye,
I don't like this.
you all kind of like get thrown into this like seeping vision, surrounded by a peripheral of shadows, as you hone in to where Arlo is in this moment. And he's kind of reviewing a bit of chaos that is springing up within Diademia because the god Ilmater is no more. And what do people do when they stop? Or they have a unquenchable fascination for pain. And as riots and other things are starting to spring up, you see his godhood of war kind of like alighting in various sections of Diademia. And while he's engrossed in the determination of where he needs to impose the most, the door behind him opens and Maliki and Mother and a transformed Ilmater enters.
You wanted to know what was happening, right? There you go.
And Mother looks into mass vision. Ah. I shall find you soon, my dear boy. And your vision fades out and completely...
Oh yeah, I was immediately... So your brother's gone. So we're going to the
Drama
planet.
for a different character.
We are going to go to Diademia, and we are going to take over some vessels. We'll live among them and do what we can.
Arya, we will get him back.
No, we will not.
We have to.
No,
He's my brother.
no.
We've defied the gods before. We can do it again.
Your funeral. I'm going to snap my fingers and
I've had plenty.
and disappear to Diademia.
We gotta go with you.
Okay, as soon as you say I've had plenty, I'm going to snap my fingers and we just all like vanish.
So you all feel yourselves, some, forcibly thrusted into the conscious souls of a mortal within Diademia. And as that happens, and y'all are kind of like gaining consciousness within a limited mortal space, the camera shifts again. This time to Lord Ao. Buck. You look around and you can feel that she is back. And you would know that you banished her from this realm for all of existence. And so long as she stayed banished, you would not have to enact anything rightly just or rightly so. However, she is back, and she is up to her old ways. What would you like to do?
Am I also feeling the other gods disappearing?
Yes.
Okay. I know not how she returned, but something must be done to put a stop to this. And I try to reach out and find any of the gods that are remaining that I can sense that are not near her.
You do sense two gods in particular, your more powerful children, that being Saloon and Asmodeus.
I send, as best as it can be described, I send my thoughts to them. I need you to come to me now.
Saloon manifests first, and she looks at you. Father. And moments later, brimstone and hellfire appears, and out walks Asmodeus.
Smells like he was at a barbecue. She has returned.
I sense that. However, she's left a crack. I know where my sister is.
Do you know how she got here?
Saloon kind of like looks at you. Probably boredom. I mean, and Father, please take this with a kind ear. You just told her to leave, but didn't do anything to her.
I did not want to have to resort to that level if it was not necessary. But clearly, steps must be taken. She has not heeded my warning.
She has left herself open, Father.
Do you two know how many of your siblings she has killed since she has returned? I
Well.
sense them as they disappear.
And you would know, Lord Ao, that Helm has been taken out. Ilmater has been taken out. And due to them being who they are, the ones that they lead under, that they have made gods, have also gained waning powers. However, she doesn't seem to want to just stop there. She probably will also try and track down the lesser gods amongst them as well.
Do I sense that she's at Arlo right now?
Yeah.
She is about to take another. And I sense that Maliki is with her.
Do you want us to do anything, Father?
I think if Maliki is sided with her, then the two of you can address it. But we will all go. I will try to put a stop to what she is going to do to Arlo. If Maliki is still with us, then get her out of there.
All right, Father. You know I always have your back.
And as they agree, I just close my hand real tight and send all three of us directly to that location.
Okay. Get ready, Sarah. I'm used to having multiple people in my head, but right now there's a Maliki and Arlo.
I have been practicing.
She's been training.
Let's go.
So, Arlo, in the war room, you see war has gone amok, or has stirred into chaos within Diademia. And as you're trying to decide which areas to influence and kind of like lessen as best a presence as possible, the door opens and in walks Mother Maliki and Ilmater. Ah, yes, this is one of the new ones. Your name is Arlo, is it not?
It is. What the hells are you doing here?
Grandchildren, they all just treat me the same. Mother Dearest is here.
You're no mother of mine.
We'll call it Mother by Association. Mother of all gods, which includes you.
What do you want?
Well, do you like how Diademia looks? The chaos?
It's a little chaotic at the moment.
It's going to get far more chaotic.
I'm assuming it's your doing.
Not mine. Ilmater here. But not just him. And those present watch as a bloodied version of Helm appears in the room. You know, once you get the entire collection, it's really hard to stop.
But you can still stop.
Maliki, my dear.
Sorry.
I mostly just have you around because you have dominion over so many areas. We'll be able to track down all the gods in no time.
Sure, of course. Anything for you, Mother.
And she looks back over at Arlo, and around this time, Lord Ao, Asmodeus, and Saloon appear in the room.
Arlo immediately kind of like stiffens up a bit, seeing Ao enter his space. Lord Ao.
What do you think you are doing here?
You... You didn't think I would be gone forever, dear?
That's what we were kind of hoping.
You were warned, if you returned, that it would be painful for you.
Don't threaten me with a good time. But while I was away, I've been up to a few tricks. As you can see, and she points out Ilmater and Helm that are much more corrupted than the last time you saw them.
Tricks or no, what you are doing to the children.
Oh, but don't you see? I'm just doing this so we can all be together as one happy, godlike family.
This is not family. What you are doing is perverse.
That's what I said.
It is one of my dominions. But that's beside the point. You honestly thought that I would be gone forever. Look at you, Lord Io, the great god of all gods, and you let a sorceress ascend to goddesshood? Corrupting so many things and causing quite the ruckus. This is what? 36th time Diademia's been reincarnate? You know, back in my time, at least, we kept going. No
Okay,
matter
then.
how bad things went.
What the children are trying to accomplish or what they are playing at, I've never tried to interfere. But what you are doing, I will put a stop to.
You just see Maliki who's behind Mother Dearest going,
You know, I'm actually looking forward to it.
You think that you can take me only if you have all of our children by your side?
The children are just collateral. I knew you'd be attached. My plans don't necessarily involve them. After all, I've had quite the number of resurrections, of your planet at least, to think things over.
If you do not leave now and stop this, then you will not be thinking of another resurrection of these planets any longer.
I think you should do what he says, Mother.
Maliki,
Yes, Mother.
can you be a deer?
Sure. She shapeshifts into a deer.
I'm so fucking scared right now. You have no idea.
Oh, gosh. Now, Lord Io, you are under the felled suspicion that you're stronger than me. We are equals, if not opposites. Anything that I agreed to in the past was merely to appease you.
If we are equals, as you say, then stopping you shouldn't be much of a problem then.
Stopping me? Everything's working according to plan, regardless of if I have any more involvement in those stakes. If you get rid of me, well, there's no telling what will happen. But if you don't get rid of me, your children in this house game that you play, that would be a thing of the past.
I start to take steps towards her.
And I don't know if anyone's ever been in the presence of two very powerful gods, but as Lord Io or Lord Ao goes closer to the Mother of all gods, you feel this distortion in existence, not just reality, but existence itself. And the closer he gets, the more that's like made present. So much so that Maliki shifts back into herself because of how unstable the energy is within this close proximity.
Oh, I'm not liking this. I think we should leave the room.
And as she's looking at you, Lord Ao, you see Saloon kind of like grab Maliki, and like the two of them shift out into a constellation of like stars and light before dispersing outward.
And I kind of acknowledge it in the sense of I make eye contact with Saloon, but I don't really change my facial expressions as I continue to walk towards her.
So as you get closer, so what will they be?
You have been warned.
I've been warned twice. In some realities, that would make me quite naughty.
I'm going to continue until I can get within arm's reach to grab her.
Okay.
And upon doing so, I'm going to try to send the both of us somewhere away from the ones that she hasn't corrupted yet.
Okay. As that's happening, Arlo and Asmodeus, you kind of see the concentration in the room shift, and the weight of everything kind of falls to the side as Lord Ao and Mother vanish in existence. And the moment the two of them are no longer in that space, Helm and Ilmater kind of collapse into a corrupted pile of just like bones and blood on the ground. Lord Ao, where do you take them? Her.
To the abyss.
And as you manifest, I love what you've done with the place.
At least they will be out of your reach for now.
Key words. But why did you bring me all the way out here? If I wanted to destroy the children, I would have.
You already have. I saw what you did to Ilmater and Helm.
Yes, but don't you see we can make new children? We can start everything over.
There's a reason that I sent you away. Do you not remember?
It has been some time. Care to refresh my memory?
You're having problems with how the children were conducting themselves.
Well, they're gods. They should act like it.
When this started, we were in agreement that we would not interfere with their decisions unless it was against one another.
That lasted for a while.
But you're not just trying to take our children. Are you?
No, of course not. We would need to start from scratch.
You poke fun at the resurrections of realms. But yet that's what you want to try to do now with the children.
But I have a better proposition. While you were away, I created a place called Accordia. And I plan on merging my world with yours, corruption and all.
You are aware that as you and I are opposing what transpired in Arlo's place of residence and power, that merging the two could potentially be catastrophic all in its own.
Of course. I'd only
Then there
expect
would be nothing.
the best gods and goddesses to survive.
But this isn't about the gods or the goddesses if you're merging those two realms.
Are you worried about the mortals?
You're referring to Diademia being resurrected so many times. It wasn't for the sake of the gods that was so.
You're right. All those inconvenient things that transpired. Such as, I don't know, the Triperian Empire breaching Diademia's defenses time and time again. Or, well, we won't speak about the wars. What I'm proposing is to let it all happen. Let's see who deserves to be here in their positions. Not just given them, but deserving of them. And if they survive, well, they're supposed to be here.
Even if we entertained what you're saying, the two that I know you have corrupted will not get a say in the matter.
Yes. I've made a few children, but it's not quite as many as you have here. Have to make the playing grounds somewhat even.
But then you are going against what you just proposed.
And what would that be?
You said let them choose. You're not giving them the choice if you are taking them.
Killing a few gods. Hardly taking. There's others that will step up to the mantle, acquire their dominions. The choice, however, falls on what's next.
Such as?
Well, the gods and goddesses that I have in my realm feel a bit neglected. But if they have the chance to be true gods, well, I'm sure they're willing to fight for it. And your new recruits, I'm sure they're willing to fight as well.
Then you propose a war of the gods.
Yes, and the world that the gods that remain will decide what world will be formed from it. And that way, everything will be fair. You will get what you want, and I will get what I want.
And how many gods are you planning on destroying before you feel that it's even?
Well, I created one god that is a culmination of my wrath. My gods will have to take that out first, before they can even make it to your dear Diademia. However, I can assure you if they do take out the Triumvirate, your gods will not stand a chance.
We shall see.
Shall this be a deal? No influence on our part aside from the victors. And that way, you can keep the remainder of your children, should they survive.
For this to be an accord, you are to leave. Harm no others.
I will return to my realm.
If I sense you have returned before the appointed time, then all deals are off.
All right. It's a deal.
Then be gone.
And you watch as her body, like, collects in a very large blood pool before splattering and dispersing her essence from this plane of existence.
I head to where Saloon and Maliki ended up going to.
Okay. You see them back at your House of Life as you manifest there. I just got Maliki settled. Father. Where is Mother?
She has returned from whence she came.
I feel like not by good standards.
None of the rest of you will be harmed or corrupted as she did Ilmater and Helm.
However,
He kind of looks down and takes a deep breath. An accord was struck. There will be a war of the gods. The ones that she has created or corrupted thus far. If And when the time comes that they are able to cross to this plane, then you and the others will be fighting them. The victor's realm remains.
What happens if we lose?
If you lose, the ones of you that have not fallen and died shall remain and be given a choice to be a part of the new realm. And he kind of closes his eyes. Or she may kill you herself.
You couldn't have agreed to these terms willingly.
It was the only way that I could keep all of you from being harmed prior to the clash that is to come.
And
She has been told, though, that if she violates the accord, that all deals are off, and I will deal with her myself. And anything that she has created lesser than her, I will vanquish on sight.
I fear there's not many of us that have trained in the art of war.
Then you must gather all that you can and get prepared. I sensed some of you vanish from my sight, but not dead or taken.
I see. Well, I shall make my rounds and see who else I can gather and inform them of the news. The more time we have to prepare, the better.
And I know the three that went, like, disappeared. I just don't know where they went.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Mask is among the three that have vanished from my sight.
And she kind of like looks at you. Of course he is.
He's never been one for straightforward conflict.
Yet somehow he always manages to survive. We may need him yet.
I know not where he and the others went. I do not see them. But if you hear rumors,
You'll be the first. But, if I may, give Maliki a little time to rest. She's had a rough day.
there is one final stipulation to our accord. We are not to interfere, myself and your mother.
You won't be able to provide us assistance.
When the war happens, it'll be you and the others versus them. But if she violates in any way, I will not hesitate to step in and put a stop to this.
And if she doesn't, are you prepared to watch your children die?
No one can be prepared to watch such things happen. But, as I said, there are potential chances for the ones of you that agree to yet survive this, if you cannot surpass the ones that are coming.
We will do our best, Father.
I would hope so.
And she kind of like bows, and in that similar fashion, vanishes in a flurry of light and stars. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Was Asmodeus lurking?
He wasn't there. Last you saw him was
Okay.
with Arlo.
Okay. I send him a message. Saloon will brief you on what has transpired. Make sure that you prepare yourself.
I would be lying, Father, if I didn't say I was listening. When it comes to interference, though, I have one question.
Yes.
Is there anything stopping us from going to her realm?
It was not discussed in any terms.
I will take that as the notable loophole that it is.
Do with that as you will. And she did say I could not interfere in the war. Not getting you all ready for it.
I am fully prepared to take down anything Mudder decides to put against us. Yet again.
It would be nice if Ilmater and Helm were standing alongside of you.
Perhaps now they won't hold me back.
They are not themselves anymore. If your need to dispatch them takes over, then you must do what you must do.
Yes. Hesitation has never been a dominion I sought after.
Help your sister in gathering as many as possible since you heard our transaction.
Of course.
And then he kind of severs that link and just kind of stands there, dwelling on how out of hand all of this has become.
And Lord Ao, as you contemplate how quickly the rules have shifted and this new term of agreements is kind of put into effect, your mind kind of what would take a normal person many lives to kind of contemplate. You give each moment the consideration that is due, no matter which form of Diademia and which creature or entity it might be. And while you're not certain of the outcome, you do believe what has been created here has at least some fighting chance. And as the camera pans out, that's where we're going to end it for today.
Good session.
Happy Halloween!
Oh fuck!
Oh
I
my
know
Too
goodness.
much.
What's a few more
Yeah.
years?
I'm gonna have to go to Diademia and kick Mask out of the vessel and whoop him. Disappear.
I know too much.
John's camera is my vibe right now. I'm just
Right,
okay, stick with us as we find somebody to raid, and we will see all you lovely dumpkins on the flip side. Okay, bye.
This is fine.
This is fine. Everything's fine. The world's ending. It's great. It's okay. Oh no.